What's going on, everybody? It's Caleb1776, and today I'm kind of worried. The plague is hit, and if you weren't here Tuesday, this is what it looks like. This is the Buerkles Cerakote newest drop called the Plague. It's in 1095 carbon. He did throw a lanyard on this. There will be two versions available on the website. This one with the wood. Gorgeous black and red wood on this. This looks fantastic. But you should go check the other one out on BuerklesCerakote.com to find out what it looks like. I will say it does have G10 handles. But of course, Buerkles with his awesome Ceracoting job on the blade. And this is 1095 carbon, and this is made to be a worker. With that Ceracoting on there, you do not have to worry about too much rust. You don't have to worry about too much of anything. As long as you keep the part that isn't Ceracoted, that blade, clean, maybe a tiny bit of oil or a little bit of blade wax, your choice, this blade will be able to be passed down to your kids and your kids' kids. You guys notice that hole in there? He also has two sets of jimping, and Buerkles does do great jimping, as you've seen on his other knives. I'm a big fan on how he does it. I love both the grip methods on this knife, whether you're looking for that really good control or you're just cutting big slices and looking for comfort. You have both on this, and I will say the overall length of this one, and of course these are handmade, they're going to vary, but this one is 7.75 inches overall, or 196.83 millimeters. The usable part of this blade is 3 1/4, or 82.55 millimeters. The handle length is 3.39, or 86.11 mil. And it came in at 135 grams even with the lanyard, or 4.762 ounces. You know, the two variations is going to be the hardest thing. They are both absolutely killer looking. He does a fantastic job. And one thing, even though he hasn't been in this space for a very, very long time, he has his style marked out. There is no doubt when you pick up a Buerkles Cerakote blade. There just isn't. He is extraordinarily unique, and not in a unusable type way, like a show-offy, look at me type way. It's, oh, I'm here to work, and that's one thing you notice about his blade. And the comfort. He does a really good job at contouring his scales, making it feel comfortable in the hand, giving you the confidence with that blade, which you don't always get with an off-the-shelf type fixed blade. But this isn't an off-the-shelf fixed blade, I guess. Like I said, these are handmade right in Indiana, in the USA, and you can't beat that. And I believe this was 3.5 millimeters thick, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check that to see if I'm right. Of course, I did all the measuring off cam and forgot that one. But let's fix that right now. Zero this guy out, loosen him up. .25 millimeters. That should give you some confidence too. That should instill that confidence inside you that I don't care if you're using your ferro rods. He does have that's a nice 90-degree spine on there, and on some knives it's going to be uncomfortable, but because the way he has his jimping, and his jimping is like contoured the way he has it set in there, it really does. It instills confidence. It feels really, really good in the hands, just like everything else he has made thus far. even his prototypes feel as good as the one he's going to make a copy of every day for customers. They all feel good. And that's impressive. I mean, usually you get a prototype. That's exactly what it is. It's a prototype. It's a, this is the direction we're probably going to go type deal, and we might have some changes. I'm pretty sure these are going to be pretty close to the exact same. Maybe if you talk to him and have some changes you'll want made. But besides that, these are, they're comfortable. They're solid. Like I said, what did this come in at? 4.762 ounces at 7 3/4 overall length. Come on, that's solid. And like I said, the Ceracoting job, that plague, the BC plague, Buerkles Cerakote Plague. I mean, come on, that's pretty neat. You don't get that on a lot of blades. You don't get that on almost any. The Ceracoting alone is unique, and yeah, the way he does his bevels. Granted, I have said this before. I am partial. I like a secondary bevel, but this is a worker, and you can, the second you pick it up. Yeah, do I think you can make precision cuts? Yes, I do. The way this tapers down so quickly, you're going to have control on your precision cuts. You're just going to. And I know that from my blade from Buerkles. This is going to be passed around to the other creators, so I'm not going to beat on it or anything like that. But it is very similar. Blade geometry, at least from the cutting edge to the apex. From the apex to like the start of the Ceracoting. Very similar on my knife. And that's going to give you a similar cut pattern. So I would guarantee the control you have with this is going to be off the charts. It always is with his knives. And at first, I'll be honest, I was like, ooh, it's a big bevel. Let's see how this works. No, really, he puts a lot of thought, and he puts himself into his knives. And I've noticed that with some of the good knife creators out there, whether we're talking Buerkles, Aries, so on. There's so many good knife makers out there right now. And for a guy that's starting out or isn't as known, I think he's going to be very, very shortly. Because, come on, that is cool. That is unique. It is well made. It is comfortable. I hope if you guys can support him, you do. Because this should sell a boatload. It really should. It's comfortable, and like I said, it's really cool looking and it's unique. And you don't see that every day, especially right now. It is hard with a fixed blade to reinvent the wheel, and he's kind of doing that. I mean, there's not too many designs that are going to look like this. I mean, I think I said it on the live stream. If you look from that like big finger choil down, it kind of reminds me of an ulu, and then it reminds me of a skinning knife. It has the comfort of like a legitimate every single day type carry fixed blade, which that doesn't seem to make any sense. Yet here it is. And then if you were to go on his website and order it, he offers a leather sheath, and you can do it vertical carry or scout. That's up to you guys. Yeah, I will say this. I didn't mention the HRC. I'm not sure. That's something you would have to talk to Buerkles about. I do remember with his 1095, I think. I don't, you know what? I'm not going to say the wrong number. That's something you would have to ask Buerkles. I don't have it off in my notes right now. But it was really good for 1095. He does good heat treat. He does a great job overall. You can tell he cares about his work. And that alone to me is worth supporting. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments below. Share this video so someone else can see. And if you could, give it a thumbs up. Help that algorithm out. But besides that, I'm Caleb1776. And remember, stay sharp out there. Also, have a great day, guys.